What's up, friends? Welcome to the Friendly Food Forest again. Got our step one done, our fence up, plants growing everywhere, strawberries at my feet, companion planting all around. Let's go check it out. So we got our apple tree in the foreground here, coming up really nice with the deer staying off of it. Did our grape pruning video I showed you. Like to get these a little bit more support over here. But I think we're going to get some pretty good grapes this year. I was checking them out. Looks like we got some starts all around there. Then we'll flower out and turn into grapes, hopefully. Strawberries will be the first thing we eat. Roman got one already. There's one hiding in there. You see the red and the green. A little bit, almost a white shade to some of them. But strawberries coming in pretty good. I'd like to get me some ground cherries over this way, so hopefully I can get them this weekend. I'm gonna go out and run a little errands. Onions from last year getting really big. I'm gonna have to do some research, find out if I can keep some seeds or what do we got going here. Are them gonna be good to eat? I don't know. A little bit of learning to happen here. Radish coming up. Them will definitely be good to eat. 30 days, so that will be pretty soon here. That looks like it's bulking up. Not too many weeds to pull. Cucumbers getting big in a couple different places. We'll leave some of them radish in there, help keep the cucumber beta back. I do have carrots planted from seed in here. So anywhere you see the carrots, them will be for this year. We'll be eating them. Nice fresh carrots, about 60 days or so, maybe 50. They've been in for a little bit yet. Black raspberry, probably going to move out back. Keep that away from our raspberries on the far side, because you are supposed to give them some distance. I believe it was 400 feet, but don't quote me on that one. Nice variety of lettuce here. The red lettuce over there came back from last year. A little weed to pull. An occasional onion that I missed last year, so like I said, we're going to check them out. I believe I ate some of them about this time last year, and them were pretty good, so I'll research that a little bit more. In the same area, we also got the tomatoes transplanted. Every 2.5 to 3 feet, probably closer to 3 feet, sometimes a little less. Now, them tomatoes will come up and they'll shade this row of lettuce out. I got tomatoes on both sides, if you can pick them up over there. And that'll shade this lettuce out in our real hot days coming up. Hopefully them tomatoes can grow pretty quick and do their job. And that'll help the lettuce from bolting. We have had very unseasonably warm temperatures this year, and we've got away with it. Hasn't bolted yet. Got our garlic planted. That was our spring garlic, so it's a bit of an experiment, hoping it'll grow good and bulb up for us. Carrots, they'll be giving us the carrot seed. Them are really growing. Little apple tree, I did some pruning around on our trees, and I got some of our dead ones out recently here too. This is the one still needs to get pruned. Let's not look at that. Cantaloupe coming up. Cantaloupe from seed. Cantaloupe that's transplanted. So you can save a little bit of time starting them early. Got our New Zealand spinach in over here. It's supposed to be pretty heat tolerant, so some of them did grow. Beets, probably need to thin them a bit, but we'll just let them grow and see what happens for a little while, in case any critters come in and thin them out for us. More cantaloupe. Let me scan back a bit. So the cantaloupe's on both sides. And then right in the middle here, I was thinking fruit tree, but I think I'm gonna leave this spot open, let some sun and some wind get in here. And we have a little field of basil going. So I will leave a lot of basil over here, but I'm also gonna use that as like a little nursery spot. And I'm gonna transplant some of that basil out anywhere we got tomatoes. And speaking of having tomatoes, we also had tomatoes on each side of this row again right here. Our carrots will give us seeds. So we got seed carrots here and over there. Tomatoes all down this edge. Let's check some of these out. Nice healthy one right there. Got our sunflowers coming up right next door, a little next door neighbor. With some more beets. Gonna get some little cherry tomatoes planted next to them sunflowers and try to do part 2 on my experiment that got eaten by the deer last year. Some more sunflowers coming up. Apple tree, looks like it's getting pushed around by the wind. Look at this big, beautiful plum tree. That might be the happiest tree in the friendly food forest right now. What do we got going here, guys? A little bit of discoloration. Don't look too bad though. Might be a natural deal. I'll have to check that out. Learning as we go. Don't step on your tomatoes. Let's skirt over this row here. Come on back through. And go on out back. See what else we got growing in the friendly food forest. So this area will see some cool improvement over the years, but for right now we just got a couple posts and a cheap little gate right here. And I use this little stringy thing to hold in place. So nothing too professional there, but it's definitely working much better. Just over to our south side in the back friendly food forest. I like to think of this area as kind of zone 3. Got beans coming up all over the place. Might be a little bit of thinning going on here. I'm probably going to add a little bit of support over this way as well. But these are our black locusts that we pollard off the local black locust. See that big old black locust? Beautiful couple trees out back. And some nice fertilizer to this area. Their roots even fix nitrogen a bit, and I know some of them reach over this way. So hopefully we even got some nitrogen fixing going on, reaching under the friendly food forest. Onions coming up, real happy. One of the earliest things we got in. Broccoli. Seeing a little bit of pest damage, but that is the idea with these onions, keep the pest away. That's the hard part. So are they doing their job? I think so far. Broccoli's doing pretty good. It's got some good legs under it. It's got a fair chance. So hopefully them onions are doing their job. Gonna keep our broccoli and our kale relatively pest free. Let's get a nice head of broccoli and some big kale leaves. You can dry them and make them into a kale chip. Nice pleasant surprise. Lived under the wood chips all winter. And we're getting up really nice. I'm going to start harvesting some of them lower outside leaves. Get them while they're still looking good and get them before the slugs get interested in them. Seed, no, not seed carrots. We grew these carrots from seed. So we're going to have lots of carrots over this way too. Carrots and onions. And we'll take that broccoli and that kale as soon as we can. A real nice interplanting coming together there. I didn't know if I was going to see the carrots. They're notorious for being hard to germinate. Out back, got most of our trees hanging on. The 3rd and 5th one down there got hit by the deer just recently. When I get down there, I'll show you the fence we finished off. But just before I got that finished off, they come in and got us one more time. A little tiny watermelon. They got a long season to go, so hopefully they can get growing a little quicker. But they're in there. The pumpkins are taking off pretty good. A little bit of weeding to do. I'm okay with some occasional weeds. I just figure when I pull them and toss them back on top of the wood chips, we're just adding some green fertilizer. I do add that mycorrhizal connection down in the soil and give something under all these wood chips a little bit of life. Cilantro's going to seed. Had some pretty hot days. I think we hit 92. So last year this just dropped and gave us a bunch of seed right in place. I will try to harvest some of it and hopefully that keeps going on. We get cilantro there every year. You can see how much the deer got that one. A little pear tree. It's hurting a little bit, but it's throwing off some new leaves, coming out strong. Pumpkins out back. If you look real close, tough area to grow. First little spot in the food forest. Well, you can see them radish in there. And bunch of weeds. So that back row is notorious for not coming up really strong. But I still stick something back there most of the time. Usually the radish do pretty good back there. There's some pumpkins all down the line. Alright, I just skipped down to the end of the pumpkins. And I can show you that fence we were talking about. Big game changer here. We got the end done where the deer like to come in. Have not pumpkins, but potatoes planted over the fence here. We got potatoes all down this line. And then we can look at on the other side of our fence. I just went ahead and left this in there, even though we were adding fence on the outside edge, because there's not a lot of trellis around this food forest yet. So I thought that's ready-made trellis. Let's not do double the work. Peas opening up. Got some pea flowers on that one. And these peas look like they're doing it naturally, but I was gonna help them get onto that fence if they don't do it on their own. Squash planted with them, kind of replace them because these peas will drop out in that heat. Always putting down my carrots whenever I can. Carrots got to be one of my favorite vegetables to eat, especially a homegrown carrot. The flavor is just incredible. It doesn't even compare to something you buy from the store. See, I'd say, what is it? Carrots and strawberries got to be my favorite. So I had a little experiment going right here, and these were faring okay. These are my no-dig peas, but it's not really a fair experiment because this area took a brunt of the wood chips during our big flood that we had. So they really did get washed out and knocked around. So I'd say that's not a fair experiment. But definitely our peas, where we mixed that peat moss in and dug the soil a little bit and really softened it up for them, they're definitely doing a lot better. But like I said, it's not a fair experiment. Very excited about these. First year they seem to be really just taking off. And I think that's partially maybe because the deer aren't eating them back, but I also just think it's something about this soil that we're building over here with all these wood chips. So I got nice healthy blueberry bushes. I will be propagating them really soon. I'll have a video about that. How you can get hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of blueberry plants out of your blueberries. And we're going to propagate them and move them out to this whole area. So it'll probably be about, in the end, it'll be about 2 or 3 rows of blueberries that go from here all the way down. And then out back, eventually it'll be blackberries too, which I'll just hop over and show you a quick shot of that blackberry that we got growing. And that's the goal for out back. Move all our blackberries out there, and I'll show you a shot at the new one I forgot about over there. Okay, there's that little blackberry plant. It's pretty important because it's the only kind that is not, I believe, a Navajo. I don't remember the variety right now, but it is a different variety, so that will help pollinate, and we'll get lots of blackberries pretty soon as they all get moved out back. Alright, back over kind of near the blueberries and stuff on the other end. This was our experiment. Could we put in a raised bed wood chip garden year 1 and have some success? Mixed it in a little bit of peat moss and perlite in with our clay as much as we could, but didn't go overboard. So this was our dam, and it still is in the food forest. Slows down them spring rains. We got 2 of them. There's a trench underneath on the left side, and that definitely still holds a lot of water in a heavy rain event. And our green peppers are coming in pretty good with relatively little weed pressure. So the wood chips are doing their job there. Green peppers. And them are the only peppers we're growing in the friendly food forest this year. And we're hoping to save just a ton of seeds, because the peppers can cross-pollinate. And we got some more to put in the ground too. Right now, I'm going ahead and picking these flowers off so they can focus on getting a little bigger, putting some green growth out. So for the most part, I've been picking flowers off. But I'll go through and get a couple more of them off, let them grow for a little bit longer, and we'll let them go crazy. I just heard something I wanted to show you guys. So not only did we get our fence all finished off with this string, which is an affordable option, so string you bale hay with. twine, maybe you should call it. And then I put these pans up. See my little contraption, just a hole in there, tied a knot, tied it to the pole. So when the wind blows and when the light flashes on them, they reflect and they move around and they make noise. And we got some of them up all over the friendly food forest. I think it was 6 of them I popped up, one down on the left there. Oh wow, check that out. Oh, kind of a happy accident while I was out here filming. There's some serious clouds rolling in. See if I can get a shot of them. Look a little ominous though. I might want to go check the radar. Alright, friendly food forest really coming together, guys. Zone 1 out front, zone 2 square over there, zone 3, zone 4 out back, gonna be our berries all along the back edge. Really coming together. I'm sure I missed something because we got a little bit of everything growing out here, but we'll update you real soon as we get some more in and we keep this stuff watered and fertilized and taken care of the best we can. Hope you got your food forest going. Like, subscribe, and share it with somebody you think this could help. See you on the next one.